how many subscribers can I help? Because that's people watching my videos for free and getting value. And so I want to mention that Christy is wealthy. She gives, yes, money, but she leads with impact. How can I help people? How can I add value? And that's why with this conference, we all have gone to conferences and it's a pitch fest, right? It's like every speaker's like, buy my little course or buy this and buy that. And you feel like you have your guard up. You're like, who should I listen to? Who should I not? So just know everything Christy did with this conference was, how can I add value? How can I just help people? How can I get people in at the lowest cost possible and not upsell them to death? And so I just want to share that about Christy, and thank you so much, Christy. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's about, like I'm going to say it again, it's a giving. What you give, you will receive back, pressed down and running over. So if I can hug on you guys who appreciate me, that's all I wanted to do. So I hope you have felt the value. I hope that you have felt loved, because you are. And, I hope that if we have another one, they'll come back.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's why we'll open up some Q&A so we can get some feedback on even like when the next one could be, maybe in like 6 months. How does that sound?
Shut
up. No, people had such an amazing time. I'm hearing great feedback, but I want to make a shift because, like I mentioned in my speech on Friday, financial mastery versus financial freedom. But with you, when you made your journey into starting your business and starting your channel, even with my pushing and even with my, help, it was still all up to you. You did the work. You took action when you were uncertain, when you had self-doubt. But I want to ask, what was the number one limiting belief about yourself, about this business that you had? Because people want to grow businesses, or they have many different ideas, but they never focus, they never lock in on one and they see it through. So I want to ask you, from a psychology perspective, what was that limiting belief that really led you to, I don't want to do this at first?
The YouTube videos, because of my age and the part of the country that I lived in.
Let no one despise your youth, sis.
So I was a little bit concerned that they'd be like, there's this old woman up there trying to tell us what to do. Literally, that was it, the videos, and just my appearance and, my accent and all that. I didn't know how that would go.
Right, but you've been in velocity banking for like 14 years, right, for yourself. So did you ever want to start a business then, or like kind of just help people? Because it's a big transformation to start a business, and look what she's done in under 2 years. It's not like, oh, let me just I hear a lot of people say, I'm just going to go bit by bit and like start my business here and there, but it's a big transformation. It's kind of like you're all in or you're all out. You can't be 50% in a relationship. It's like to start a business and really make it successful, you have to be all in. So what was that moment where you said, you know what, I'm going all in, this is going to work, there's no other option? Because that's something that most people, they don't get to that point.
There's a couple of facets to that. One is I hated my position so badly that I was in, that I had to get out or I was going to start drinking and kill people. I'm not kidding. I would cry when I'd come home. And it's my family I was working with. So that's sad, but it was such a stressful environment to being in front of your people all the time that you want to tell them what you think about them, and I did sometimes, but at the same time, that's your family and you don't want to hurt people's feelings. But there was all kinds of things that just were wrong, and it was making me miserable, and I had come there because my mother had broken her hip, and it was just my mother and brother running this thing, and it's very big. But I had to come in and help, and I knew that if I did that, one, it wasn't going to work out, and two, I was going to get stuck, and I did. So when this came up, and I told my husband, I said, I told my mother, I'm done. Find you somebody in 2 weeks, I'm gone. And I literally, that's the way I put it. So I didn't care if I had to go live in a poorhouse to get out. But sometimes, I hear, and you guys tell me, well, I've been in this, position for all these years and I just hate it. Get out. Pray about it. The Lord will open up that door, and when He does, and you feel the jump coming, jump. I did not have this to go to. Okay, I didn't have anything. I just have my CWI, and I thought I'll go back out on the road. That was my idea. But, you know, I kept knowing that people needed this. So the second facet is I wanted to teach people how to get their finances in order because I know how to do that.